Next on Power. Nah. Next on Conversations with Cliff.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cliff. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I'm joined with the usual suspects. We got Queen 17, aka Sister Can't Get Right, Polo Tink Tink, aka Black Jewel, aka Mercury Mutant, aka the Conscious Queen, aka Queen Mother, aka the Shooter. Well, we don't know if her pew pew is gonna happen today. She a little
Got you, Queen.
She's having one of them days, so we're gonna reach out and we're gonna pray for her. She's gonna be on the sick and shut in list. We'll circle back. Hey man, we got a quote who didn't know, aka Mr. Dooley County, aka Uncle Cousin, aka that Georgia boy, aka what's happening? Aka Big Sarge. What's up, man? I got a cousin JB, aka Mr. P3, Mr. Voice of Reason, Mr. Standing on Business. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, man. The boy preached a good sermon on last Sunday. Had me ready to go down to the altar and give my life to the Lord.
Stop it.
Yeah, hey, my brother was sitting next to me. He had to grab me. He said, "Where you going?" I said, "Woo, thank you. You got me together because I was about to."
What you about to do?
So I'm about to go. He stopped you from joining with the Lord?
He stopped my. I stopped myself.
I told him to stop before he went too deep down that hole. Just stop. Just stop it.
Hey, you supposed to be bringing him. Why are you stopping him? You bringing him.
No. JB was preaching. He didn't preached already. I'm hyped. I'm feeling the spirit all up in here. And you know, when the pastor come up and they give the before they get a benediction, they open up the doors to the church and welcome people to come down, all them sinners and whatnot. I know I ain't been to church in a long time, so I was a little confused, but I felt it because somebody
felt that conviction.
I felt that conviction. Somebody preached on standing on business. Meshach, Abednego, and who's the third? Their little partner.
Hezekiah.
No, not Hezekiah.
Yeah, Brother Hezekiah, wasn't the name?
It was not Hezekiah.
What his name? Brother Hezekiah.
Meshach, Abednego,
and Brother Hezekiah.
And Brother Hezekiah.
Brother Hezekiah. Yeah, I think that was his name. Yeah, I think that was his name. Yeah.
You brought the spirit home with you.
I did not. Hey, serious question. Mr. Preacher Man.
Why we
because we can. Hey, seriously, can we break down the story of Adam and Eve when they went to the tree of life? She took the apple, did that whole thing. What's the allegorical symbolism behind that? Because I've always been told different stories.
It depends on how you take it. God has given that story to me to understand that we always criticize. First of all, we criticize the woman, but then we never look at how much the man loved the woman. We always think Adam did that, but you got to understand Adam only understood love. So he did it because God said whoever eats the tree is gonna die. He loved her enough to say she's not gonna die by herself, so he ate with her. Or he felt like God loved him enough that he wouldn't kill him. So you gotta understand what was told. It was simply told that if you eat from this apple, eat from this tree, you will die.
So, because if my understanding is correct, they were both nude, and after they ate from the eighth apple, they could see each other and they were ashamed. Is that the understanding? Am I getting it right? Were they blind beforehand?
Again, it's all how the reader hears it. Because my understanding is the Bible says that he covered them in skins. It never said it was an animal skin. And it always said that they were made in the image of God. So God is the spirit. So they were made in the image of a spirit. And until they sinned, did he wrap them in skin. He said he covered them in skin. But nobody can never tell me what kind of animal skin it was. So why couldn't it have been human skin? Because nowhere did it say that they were originally covered in human skin.
Okay.
I look at that story a little bit different than a lot of people. So
yeah. Well, I'm taking it back to
and that image that image, the only time they were ever wrapped in flesh was when Jesus came.
Okay.
So before that, it was always in the spirit.
Okay.
That's what it say. I mean, you just read it. To me, that's what I read. So it always is about how somebody reads it. I don't really dive much into the story of Adam and Eve, just because I have a very diverse or divisive understanding of their story.
So was the apple a representative of sex or just temptation?
Nah, it was just it was the tree of knowledge. It was a representation of knowledge, understanding.
Okay.
It was two trees. And basically God said, I'd rather you be immortal and let me teach you than you think you understand everything. Because that's really what it boiled down to.
So okay. And y'all can stop me at any point. Then why were we given the power of free will? If that
because
was
it's about love. It's all about love.
Okay.
I'd rather you love me and worship me than fear me and worship me. Because at that point it was all fear.
Ooh. All right,
and
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Until I put the serpent in play and allowed you to choose to follow what I tell you to do, only then will you decide on love rather than you decide on fear. Because up until that point, that's all they knew. It was God, the Almighty, the All-Knowing. I do everything and anything God tells me to do. But until that came in there, that's the only time that there was a choice. Everything else was do what I say do. And then the serpent came and gave you an option. Don't do what he say do. Make a choice. And when you made that choice, even then he still turned around and gave you love. So it was always
He gave you love by putting a time frame on your lifespan on this spectrum.
If that's how you look at it, that's define love.
Because that there was no ending. They knew nothing of ending. Right? But because they ate from that tree, then they were given the skin, you know what I mean? Made to see, as Cliff pointed out. And now that they're able to see, and as you all just pointed out, they're able to make a decision for themselves, because you can tell somebody that's blue, but if you see it as red, that's red to you.
Right. If that's how you interpret it. I'm not here to give anybody an interpretation of it, but if that could be how somebody interpret, that's what love is to give me a time frame. That's your interpretation. I mean, that's for you. I can't disagree or agree. I don't define love.
You can't.
When you got something on it?
What if we always had the choice? But when you chose the tree of knowledge, that's what gave us age. Because when you truly take from it knowledge, you grow older, you grow wisdom. So metaphorically, what if it was the knowledge that's actually put the time frame on us? That was the choice we took, rather than not having knowledge, just going about just because, no thought, no process. This just is what it is, and you live longer. Look how it go now. You live longer the less you know. It's like the blue pill, the ignorant. You can kind of skate through life, but the more you know, the more you conscious, the more you aware, the more you think things are supposed to shed off of you. It's like killing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same lines, because and it sounds stupid. It sounds crazy to say it this way, but when we say ignorance is bliss, you know what I'm saying? Those that are ignorant to knowledge, they seem happier and lighter moving through life. You know what I'm saying? Like little kids, and I'm not calling little kids dumb. I'm saying that little kids have an innocence about them where they don't have all this knowledge, this worldly knowledge. So they move through life real light and happy and just smiling and just carefree, to where as you grow and you start to learn things and get all this heaviness and this weight put on you that makes you stop and think and question everything, your life changed. So
But I
Exactly.
can
You
I
add
can
those
understand,
stresses.
but that even go back to that. I mean, if you consider it, that goes back to it. I told you not to eat from it, but now that you ate from it, I can't control the knowledge now. I
But
can. I mean, don't get it twisted, but
okay,
that was
but
the
now
reason.
that's that thought process and that philosophy. I didn't eat from no tree. I came from my mama. You feel me?
that's one way to
So
look at it.
so
the question is, what was the alternative? So
Yeah.
imagine we didn't eat from it. We didn't gain enlightenment. We didn't come of awareness of anything. What was the plan on that side?
but
Were we just to just
how
be?
could in order for
And
her to in
it
order
go
for her to in order for them to even pull that apple off of that tree, they had to be aware that that was an apple. They had to
not
be aware
necessarily.
that this is not something I'm supposed to do.
But
Well,
even
you gotta go.
even
Let's
You don't
go
go
have
ahead,
back.
awareness.
cousin.
He said it's clear as day. Everything on this earth is yours to overlook. Just don't do this. So at the same, you have to realize that Apple gave him a knowledge and an understanding that was different than how God gave him the knowledge. He told him what it was. It wasn't like he was hiding it somewhere and they wouldn't found it. He gave it to him. He said, "This is what it is. It's right here. If you go eat from it, this is the problem we're gonna run into."
Yep. So
He
temptation.
never not gave knowledge. That's all he was doing when he came to come talk to them. You have to remember he came to go and spend time with them. He wasn't just sitting there staring at them, he was giving them knowledge. And the only knowledge that he could have given them was love. So a lot of times when I see Adam ate from my view, the way I get it every time I read that story, Adam only ate the apple because he loved Eve so much that whatever was gonna happen, he wasn't gonna let it happen. He wasn't gonna let it happen to himself. And if you think about it, that is the core of what a man is supposed to be for a woman.
Boom.
And so that's what
So
really how I see it, because I understand God is love. That's the only way I can see Adam eating from that. He wasn't tricked, he wasn't duped, he wasn't fooled. He just looked at it, he said, "This is of me." And if of me is finna suffer or die, they're not doing it by themselves because this is love.
Yep.
And this is
Go
what I'm
ahead.
supposed to do.
Go ahead, Queen.
so basically he did it off temptation and she did it from curiosity. What she's curious of, he's tempted by her through it. It's still equal guilt. It's still
Right.
equal. I mean, it's no way, yeah, he had ultimate love, but the
Mhm.
father was his love. He could have
Right.
kept sharing that with him, and hell no, I'm not. It's the temptation from woman and her curiosity.
Yep. Which
They
is
led.
it's been the story of our lives.
So a lot of men die. So I don't know,
Sex
I
is
might
a
be going
problem. Oh, let's don't even go down that road.
Sex
Don't
is a
even go there. You
byproduct.
can't look at every black man in the last 10 years, every situation you see them going through, it got to do with the flesh.
Pac said it best.
R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, TDJ, P.
Not
Diddy.
even black.
That ain't
Men.
every black man. No, we
Not
ain't
black
say look
men.
at every, that ain't every black man. They just those
I
black
ain't say it's
men.
every
What I
black
mean?
man. I said the big names that we see having issues right now. What's the issue? It's about
Yeah,
sex.
it's the flesh, yeah.
It's the flesh. That's what I'm
Commonality
saying. I
of
ain't
sex.
saying every man that's their problem. But I'm
And
saying
it's
flesh usually is the problem. Temptation, curiosity of the flesh is usually the problem. It is a root cause of a lot of the problems you'll see happening around us.
and the temptation is in every man, not just just don't. It's in every man.
Yeah.
Some men are just able to contain it, to adapt to it, to do what they need to do, not to act upon it. But it's in every man, and every woman has curiosity.
That's true.
And they just exactly what you just said as far as a man's containing things, women do the same thing. Most women do the same thing and try to contain that curiosity.
And you
keep
can
moving
only
forward.
you can only suppress energy for so long before it finds a way to release itself.
Yeah, you gotta just make sure you redirect it. Don't hold it in. Just redirect it. Because if you can't, because when it go left, it's gonna go.
That's what they call transmuting energy.
Yeah.
Making it fuel for something else.
Yep. Or transferring of energy from one thing to another. Yeah.
What kind of energy that is?
Transmuting energy.
You know, you be teaching me some stuff. I be like, I don't know what this is.
Because you know
I
this
be writing it
energy
down
gonna
too. I
die.
be looking it up, writing it down.
Like energy don't lie, it transforms. Energy never dies, even within us. When this body died, the energy gonna go on, but it transmute into something else. What is your
Yeah.
energy gonna transmute into?
Yeah.
What were you a solid rock for? You know what I'm saying? Like it transmute. Some people
Yeah.
know how to do it, some people don't. They
Yeah,
let the energy transmute them.
I've never
I started
transferred
moving.
energy.
When you talk like that.
This is why we gonna get canceled every week.
Every week. Every
I put a
week.
smile on the face.
Hey,
Y'all up there
appreciate
making
it.
them more mad. Smile on the face now.
That's what we supposed to do. Piss her
Right.
off.
Thank you.
Golly.
Thank you, JV.
You welcome.
Wait a minute now. I thought
Hey.
I did my part. I thought I did. She saying it like I ain't did nothing now. You see what I'm saying? See
Y'all
what
can
happened?
take y'all flirting stuff.
Fellas, y'all see what happened?
Off camera.
You just try.
Conversations with Cliff. I'm a free thinking spiritual beast. We can keep it ratchet or classy. I'm here for the conversation.